Hey, Emmanuel here with T2S. T2S, what we do, we help people change job careers, and we take you from no experience, with no experience background in IT, to becoming, even applying for a middle level or senior level position as an IT professional. So that's what we do. We change lives through technology. Today in this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk you through the steps on how you can install CentOS on a virtual box. But before you do that, what I would like you to do first is to go to you go to the website here, and then the website that I'm talking about, this is CentOS. This is where you go and find what you need. Here, when you go to CentOS.org, you're gonna see two Linux variants. Remember, CentOS is an exact replica of Red Hat Enterprise. And Red Hat Enterprise Linux, that's what primarily a lot of companies today, they use that. And once you master the skills just playing with CentOS, pretty much those skill sets will also apply to the RHEL operating system. There are two kinds here. So you have the CentOS Linux, and also you have the CentOS Stream. The CentOS Linux, as you can read it here, it allows, it's kind of like it's a little bit consistent. So you have it's more stable and it's steady. But when you look at the CentOS Stream, it's always and continually changing, because this is where more updates take place, meaning that it also gives you an opportunity to interact with other people in the RHEL ecosystem. So you find, I mean, it's pretty much up to date. So like, it's if you wanna play with what's next in terms of RHEL or Red Hat Enterprise Linux, so you can use CentOS. On my computer, I have already downloaded both of them. So if you click here, it's gonna take you to the download page, and then you have the different details on this CentOS Linux. Usually it gives you the latest. So you're looking at CentOS 8 here. So you click on CentOS Linux here to be able to download your package. So you don't have to click there, even there, but you go here, down here, and it gives you the details, like the end of life, EOL, of this specific system. And this is this should be CentOS 7. So CentOS 7, the end of life is next year. And you can just go ahead and download this one here. So you can either go to the download page here, and then you have two options. You have the CentOS Linux, also you have the CentOS Stream. And if you see here, we have different architectures. You have the ARM, so that's the M. What you see here, the different architectures that can be compatible with one system and not compatible with another. So if you click just on this one here, it applies to all of the 64-bit architecture, but then you have the other form is the ARM here, and then you have IBM and the list goes on. So I'm gonna click on the first one. If you click on the first one, you have a list of mirrors. And here you have a suggestion saying that the following mirrors in your region should have the ISO images available. But just by clicking on this website, this page, it gives you the closest mirrors that have these ISOs. You can just click on the first one here on top, and it takes time to download. And when you go to the index here, then you click on the first one. The first one is readme, that's a text, because you're looking for an ISO image, a disk image. So you click there, and it's gonna download. And the download, it's really gonna take it will take a lot of time to get there. And then see here it's saying 2-3 minutes because of the speed of my internet, but for you it may take longer. So I'm gonna stop that because I already have a CentOS system on ISO image already downloaded. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you to my desktop here. So we go to my desktop, and I've already opened my VirtualBox. So my VirtualBox is it's already open, and to add a new virtual machine, I just click on the new button here. So I'm gonna bring this down so that you guys can see it. So I click on the new here, then I'm gonna call it T2S. I'll say CentOS. So I do that, then this is where you send your system, and you can select a different one, like by clicking other. It's gonna open a new kind of like give you the entire file system that you have on your system, on your computer. Then you can decide where to send it, wherever you want to send this virtual machine. But I'm gonna just leave and the way it is and use the default location. And now next is to select your ISO image. You need to select the image that you wanna import here. And then here we have CentOS, as you can see here, CentOS. I have CentOS here. So CentOS 7, and I'm gonna take CentOS 7, so I do open, and I'll call it here. I'll change the name to match the ISO that I'm using here, the ISO image that I'm using here. And then next you click next, and then you see at the bottom here, it says Red Hat, so you can already tell that this is Red Hat system. So I'm gonna click next, then I'll use username, will be T2S student, and then I add my password here, very difficult password. And everything else, I'm gonna just leave it as it is. Then you press next. For my memory, which is my RAM, I'll just leave it as default, 2 GB. And then the CPU, I'll just leave it at 1 CPU. And I could, if you want to make it faster, then you can do 2 CPUs, depending on what you want to do. So I don't want to do that. I'll just do 2 for now, and then everything stays the same. Press next. The disk, I'll just leave 20 GB as it is here. Just leave it at 20 GB. Then I'm gonna click next, and now you have a summary of what you are about to do in terms of machine name, unattended, hardware, and then you have the disk. So I'm gonna click finish. So it's gonna start, and soon it's gonna open. Let me see if I can see the other show all windows. Okay, so it's there now. I just click, you now click on start here, or you can double click on the new machine here. So I'll just start, press start, and it's gonna start. And what you can do, so the virtual machine failed to boot. That might be caused by a missing operating system or misconfigured boot order. Mounting and operating solved. Will attempt to mount it after. So I'm gonna see if I can resolve it here. So in this case, I'm gonna just use that, then press, then mount and retry boot. So in case you get this situation, that's what you do. And then you're gonna have to select, let's install CentOS 7. I'm gonna make the screen bigger so that you guys can see it right here. So I'm gonna do that. Is that big enough? Probably not. Let me make it even much bigger. So here you go. I'm just restructuring, like kind of like organizing this so that you guys can see that better. So it's loading, and then you come to this this window here. And when you come to this window, what I want you to do is to look at the language and click inside, anywhere inside there. Then the mouse will get into the box. So you're gonna have to select your language, and to get your cursor outside of the VM, press Command, then it's gonna release the cursor. So I'm gonna change the view here and make it to 200 so that you can see the entire thing here better. So we have that, we have click inside, and then the mouse will go inside. You have English here on the screen. You can select your language, the language that you want. You can just click. If you click, that's United Kingdom. Let's say you want to select French. You will go to the left here. You look for French. It should be, or Portuguese. You see Portuguese. You see it's there, from Brazil or Portugal. And if you want to select, let's say you want to select Spanish, I think Spanish should be there, Espanol. Select Espanol, then you have different countries. You have España, Venezuela, Uruguay, Estados Unidos. Really, Espanol, the Estados Unidos? That's interesting. Okay, so you have Colombia if you want to. So I'm gonna go back to English, and I'll choose United States. Then you click continue. Sometimes you may need to click twice. And here, everything that appears to be like you see here, installation source, there's like a yellow triangle. It means it requires your attention. And then it's gonna change, like what the installation source and software selection. Those yellow triangles, they just disappear. That's a good sign. So you go to the red thing here, installation destination. You have automatic partitioning selected. So you click there. When you click, you select the disk that you want to install, on which you want to install the operating system. And once you're done, here it's saying you just select, and when you select it, it's gonna be in blue. Then click done on the top left of your screen. Then wait for a moment, and then there is no red sentences or word. That's a good sign. It means that you need to progress with your installation. Then click begin installation, and you see again here you have the red words and stuff. So you want to click on root password. So you have to create the root password. It says weak. That's okay, because this is just an exercise. This is for learning purposes. And then press done. Sometimes you need to press it twice so that it takes it. And then here you see there is user creation. You can choose to create a user creation here, or just log in as root. I'm gonna create our first user here to T2S, and I'll call this user student. So I'll do that, and then I'll do the password here, and you confirm it has to match. Then press done twice so that it takes it for some reason. And then here now you see we have we're gonna need some time until everything is installed here. So yeah, and then for that I'll just pause the video. Okay, now that you have gone through the process, you get to this window, and this window is you have nothing else to do rather than just reboot your system. So it's gonna take some time to reboot, but not as long as the first process. So I'm gonna give it some time, and it's gonna reboot. And here you can just let it take its course. Press nothing, just it's gonna start. And then now you're gonna have to do the login here. So if you remember, gonna do student, I think that was it, and gonna do password. So here you have pretty much logged in. So let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Where's my mouse? Okay, so you press command, and then you take your mouse, you release the cursor. So I'm gonna go to view here and change to probably 300 so that you guys can see it. It will be better. Bring it down. So you press uname, then it's gonna say what the system is all about, and -A, it gives you the entire kernel name here. So what you've done, you have set up you have installed CentOS, and this is like a minimal installation of CentOS system, and it's pretty much what you'll be seeing at work. And what I want you to understand is that later on, in later videos, you're gonna learn how to introduce the system to the internet, and when you do that, we will focus, and then you can SSH into your system. So using your favorite terminal interface that you have. It could be Visual Studio Code or something else. You could even if you have a Windows, you can use you can either use Visual Studio on a Windows computer, or you can use Xterm to take care of that if you already have installed that. that will allow you to kind of like beautify your terminal, and see, you can customize and stuff like that. So yeah, this concludes our short video on an installation of CentOS 7 on an Oracle VirtualBox as a virtual machine. And what we've done a minimal installation, so that you only see the command line, you don't see anything else. And thank you so much for watching, and continue to be good, to do good, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.